You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Deshaun Watson. This is something we have chronicled on this channel this entire season, going all the way back from the very second he told the Houston Texans that he wanted out of town. It has turned into an unmitigated disaster of epic NFL proportions. We are now in the worst trade in the history of the NFL territory. We truly are. We've got breaking news in here by way of Adam Schefter, and the season is over for Deshaun Watson. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson will undergo season-ending surgery on broken bone in his throwing shoulder. And guys, this just came out and it is gone viral mega fast right there. And let's be real, it wasn't like Deshaun Watson was just his win-loss record. He's 5-1 this year. But he has not been good, okay? He had one really good game this year, which was the game against Tennessee. But for parts of every other game this season, Deshaun Watson has struggled, including looking absolutely awful. And this got lost because the Cleveland Browns pulled off a win. But he looked awful in the first half of that game against the Ravens. And I mean really bad. In case you're wondering what $230 million fully guaranteed will get you, he was 31st in the league in passing yards, 1,115. And he was tied for 26 with 7 touchdowns. Now, it should be noted, since his acquisition, between the suspension for the sexual misconduct involving massages, between that last year and this year, since the Browns acquired Deshaun Watson, he has played in exactly, let's just look at it, he's played in 12 games. 12 games out of a potential 35 games in the National Football League. And this is exactly why we were so critical of this having happened and in this acquisition having been made when they were coming into the NFL trade deadline. I was making videos. The Browns organization did not want to trade for Jacoby Brissett. They could have brought him back in. He was a natural fit. They evidently didn't want to pay like a fourth-round price for him. And this is a Super Bowl-like roster. This is a great Browns team that just beat the Ravens and had beaten the 49ers. This is a really good defense, and I understand they gave up some points this last week, but you were playing one of the best teams in the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens. Now you're stuck with P.J. Walker, and I understand his sort of, I guess you would call it moxie, his go-getter when it comes to P.J. Walker. He's went out there and he has tried, to his credit, to keep this team together, keep them afloat. But there's no doubt about it. There's no argument about it. This is a disaster for the Cleveland Browns. Who knows, and this is something we have talked about at great length, nobody knows after that massive layoff, taking an entire year off from the Houston Texans. The NFL quarterback position is the hardest position to play in all of professional sports. And there were a lot of people out there that said, can he really come back and perform after laying off that long? You combine that with the suspension, he has missed a lot of games. Combine that with injuries, he has missed a lot of games. Nobody has any idea whether or not Deshaun Watson can be a good quarterback over a 17-game season. And I actually read a comment where somebody came out and said, well, if he's at least average, you paid $230 million for average. It's a disaster. It is a disaster. And while we're here, we can just look at some of the feedback from these fans. I mean, why do bad things happen to good people? Wait. And you could expect it's going to get crazy in this comment section. It's going to take a lot of off-season massages to get him back right next year. Massage therapy could have fixed that. This guy thinks the Browns may make the playoffs now. I actually believe in some kind of way, I think the Browns do make the playoffs this year. All right? Just to be clear, I'm not shitting on the Browns team. By the way, right over here, Baker Mayfield is trending. Baker Mayfield is having a very good season and may actually get re-signed by the Tampa Bay Bucks. I don't usually celebrate an injury, but it's Deshaun Watson. So that's Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion. What? That is the Predator in a number 4 jersey right there. I mean, I made that call. That's the Sopranos. So he had what? One good game all year. There's Ross Tucker, unbelievable, right after the biggest win in years. Browns fans can't take a break. That deal gets worse by the day. And guys, it goes on and on and on. And a lot of people are talking, he must need a massage. Deshaun, play for 3 weeks, Watson. As you can imagine, this is the Browns organization are absolutely, I mean, Deshaun Watson's getting destroyed on this. They are. The Browns organization getting hammered today with the news that Deshaun Watson is gone for the year. It's unbelievable. It truly is. Jimmy Haslam, I mean, look, draft picks. Look what the Houston Texans look like today, folks. The Houston Texans, all that draft capital that was received from the Browns has turned the Houston Texans from a literal dumpster fire into a legitimate team that looks like they've got a bona fide NFL franchise badass quarterback for the next 15 years in CJ Stroud. Unbelievable. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporter. Deshaun Watson, gone for the year. What a mess. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.